Well, career and education will always be around, I believe. Only the mode of delivery and the learning space evolve. So good morning again. I am Delsa and I am the academic supervisor of the education program of College of Liberal Arts, Sciences and Education, University of San Agustin. I am pleased to introduce you to the programs of the education department. Let me share my screen. Moment, please. I hope it's visible, Ma'am Aya.
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. All right. So to start with, just a little background. The programs of the education department are PAS co-accredited level 2 and also considered as one of the center of development by the Commission on Higher Education. Just to have a glimpse of the undergraduate programs that we offer. So we have Bachelor of Elementary Education or BE-Ed, Bachelor of Secondary Education or BS-Ed, majors in English, Filipino, Math, and Social Studies, Bachelor of Special Needs Education or BSNED, Bachelor of Physical Education or BPED, Bachelor of Culture and Arts Education or BCAED. The last three are relatively new programs. All of these programs are compliant to pertinent CHED memorandum orders, and all are four-year courses rather. What are expected of a teacher education program graduates? First, you should be able to articulate rootedness of education in various contexts, to demonstrate mastery of subject matter or in your discipline, facilitate learning using various teaching methodologies and delivery modes, of course, those which are relevant to your learners, to develop innovative curricula and instructional materials, apply skills in the development and utilization of ICT, demonstrate a variety of thinking skills in performing the task expected of the teacher, to practice professional and ethical teaching standards, pursue lifelong learning, or continue to develop personally and professionally. As a graduate of a university, we are expected, or you are expected rather, to contribute to the generation of new knowledge by engaging in research activities. And of course, as Augustinian graduates, we are expected to be transformative community builder. And so we affect change wherever we are, a critical and creative thinker, and social communicator of truth. As you, when you enroll in our program, you will graduate with confidence to deliver these expected program outcomes because we provide proper guidance, engaging learning environment, best facilities, and competent and committed faculty members. Just to have a glimpse of what will you take when you enroll teacher education program in general. A total of 152 to I think 178 units depending on the course. But generally, the courses include general education courses or subjects, 36 units as provided for by the law. Then we have professional education courses offered to all education programs or fields, 42 units of that. Then various major courses depending on the program, also specialization courses, electives, and mandated courses, or courses mandated by the law. So just to have a glimpse of where our alumni are, after several years of graduation. Of course, there are a lot of them, and they are found in many agencies, industries, and of course, particularly in the learning communities or environment. So here I just have samples of them, just to show you the distribution somehow. We have here first Reverend Mother Maria Nemia Daral OP. She's the Prioress General of the Dominican Sisters, the Most Holy Rosary of the Philippines. We also have Dr. Maria Cecilia, the President, the Philippine Association of Philippine Superintendents, or PAS, Western Visayas Chapter. We also have graduates who are now in the CHED and the DepEd system, leaders in their own fields. Examples here are Dr. Maria Mercedes Gonzalez, who is a CHED Education Supervisor. And then we have Dr. Maria Febrillantes, Public School District Supervisor of the Department of Education. Again, there are, of course, many of them. This is just to show you or to provide a glimpse of their distribution. We also have graduates who are now working abroad. As mentioned, I will present to you three programs: the Bachelor of Elementary Education, Bachelor of Physical Education, and Bachelor of Culture and the Arts Education. So may I start with the Bachelor of Elementary Education. This course, well, of course, we know that this is intended for those who would like to teach in the elementary levels. If you love children, then this course is for you. It's a sort of multidisciplinary in nature because you teach all the subjects therein. Therefore, it draws from allied fields such as the fields of social sciences, science, math, technology, languages, even good moral and right conduct, technology, and others. So what do you do when you graduate as an elementary, in an elementary education program or BEd? So of course, we expect that the number one opportunity here is being a teacher in elementary school. But of course, you can also be a tutor at the same time. And since you are trained to prepare instructional materials, then you can be a consultant for instructional material preparations. Eventually, if you work harder and proceed with a master's degree or even a PhD degree or a graduate program or postgraduate program, then you can become a supervisor, a master teacher, an area coordinator, a researcher, principal, of course, DepEd official. Okay, what does it take to become a teacher, particularly an elementary school teacher? Well, first, you should have an organizational ability, as all teachers should have. You have to be organized in your classroom because you have to plan to manage not only your lesson, but your classroom as well. Then interpersonal skill, because you'll be dealing with learners of various abilities and multi-intelligence. You should have a passion for teaching because teaching is it's not only a profession as they say, but it's actually a vocation, right? Then when you teach elementary pupils or children, you should have fun factor. They say you should have sense of humor. Children will love you for that. Well, primarily, you should love children, right? And you should have tons and tons of patience. All right. For a Bachelor of Elementary Education, these are the major courses. So as you have seen, you will be teaching various courses, and therefore we prepare you for that, and the curriculum prepares you for that. So you will be you will have subjects in teaching in the elementary grades, teaching in science, in math, in English, social studies, music, art, entrepreneurship, Filipino, music, PE, health, mother tongue, good manners, right? And then since you will also be teaching not only one grade level, you will be teaching most often several or multi-grade levels. So there is also a course which will prepare you for that. And since, well, of course, you'll be prepared to do research and use of technology. These are the committed faculty members teaching in the program. All the teachers are licensed professional teachers. They are holders of either PhD or a master's degree. All right, so Dr. Maria Cecilia Amparado teaches math. Miss Dorothy Vicento Cahandig, Mr. Frank Encultura, and Dr. Rosalie Espartero handles the professional courses, as well as Miss Ronelli Rain Magpantay. Then Dr. Maria Socorro Yung teaches science. Miss Rona May Gumban teaches Filipino. Mrs. Sharon Monsale handles the social studies courses. Dr. James Pedregosa and Mrs. Roselia Quiros handles English courses. Next is Bachelor of Physical Education, or BEd. This course is intended for those who are, of course, you are enjoying sports and physical activities. So this course is aimed at the physical literacy, which is, of course, a foundation for confident, enjoyable, and sustained participation in physical activities. It draws or an ally to the various fields such as exercise and sports sciences, life sciences, social and behavioral sciences. So if you are into sports, dancing, you are invited to enroll in this course. And I'm sure you will enjoy it. They have a lot of activities. And well, we have facilities, including swimming. When you graduate from this course, you can be a physical education teacher. You can be a dance and sports club moderator, a trainer even, school-based sports program and events coordinator or moderator. You can be an athletic director, coach. If you have a master's degree, then you can teach in college. You can also be an academic coordinator, a supervisor, a fitness instructor, health and wellness teachers. Okay? Other graduates may not really be into schools. They can put up their own business using their training in this program. Another interesting program is the Bachelor of Culture and the Arts Education. This is intended for those who are highly motivated, creative, and reflexive teachers in the basic education. You will be equipped with knowledge, skills, and values in the culture and the arts. So if you wish to improve your skills in visual arts, in music, drama, or dance, then this is the best field for you. They have also a lot of activities that you will enjoy. Enjoy while studying. Well, a graduate of the BICA-Ed, as we call it, can be a K-12 teacher in music and arts. You can also have teaching profession in the special education program for the arts, teaching profession also in the arts and design track in the senior high school, teaching profession in the subjects related to arts, culture. You can be a culture and arts coordinator. You can also be hired or work in tourism offices of LGUs, museum and arts, galleries, creative industries, okay, when there are positions relating to culture and arts. For a graduate of BPED and BKED, these are the expected program outcomes. Of course, you should have knowledge of your discipline, or you graduate with this knowledge of discipline, movement and competency, and proficiency, professional accountability and responsibility, curriculum and program planning, implementation, monitoring, and evaluation, oral and written communication, and well, of course, research. These are the committed teachers of the BPED and the BKED program. We have Dr. Rodrigo Pasco, Dr. Maria Fe Brillantes, Mr. Rodrigo Del Moro, Dr. Violeta Lamis, Ms. Sheila Ann Montero, and Dr. Jose Patubo Jr. All of them are practitioners in their field and so considered experts in their own fields. They're with us to provide you with the best education you can get from the USA or Augustinian community. So I think that's all. Thank you very much. I invite you then to join us and be an Augustinian educator. Thank you. Ma'am Haya, stop share.
Thank you very much, Dr. Maria del Saganghe, for that wonderful presentation about the BEd, BCAED, and BPED programs of the University of San Agustin. So we have more talks to have this morning, and the next talk will be about the Bachelor of Secondary Education major in English. And to discuss that particular program with you is a faculty member in the name of Mrs. Cecilia Quiros. Over to you, Ma'am Quiros.
Good morning, ma'am. Okay, good morning, everyone. And I'm Mrs. Rosalia Quiros, of course, of the University of San Agustin. And today, we are tasked to discuss about the different courses offered by the College of Liberal Arts, Sciences, and Education. And for the students, of course, we know that choosing the right course or picking a college is a very difficult decision for you. And that's why we are here to assist you to choose the right course that would fit you, that would make you happy later on. And so that's my job to introduce to you the Bachelor of Secondary Education major in English. So the program description, the nature of the field of study, the BSEd is an undergraduate teacher education program designed to equip learners with adequate and relevant competencies to teach in their chosen area of specialization, major in the secondary level. The degree program goals: the BS Ed degree program aims to develop highly motivated and competent teachers specializing in the content and pedagogy for secondary education. The specific profession, careers, occupations for graduates: after successful completion of all academic requirements for the degree or program, graduates of BS Ed should be able to practice the teaching profession in the secondary level. So this is the program outcomes. The minimum standard of the BS Ed are expressed in the following set of standards. A, possesses broad knowledge of language and literature for effective learning. Use English as a local language in a multilingual context as it applies to the teaching of language and literature. C, acquire extensive reading background in language, literature, and allied fields. Next, demonstrate proficiency in oral and written communication. Then, shows competence in employing innovative language and literature, teaching approaches, methodologies, and strategies. F, use technology in facilitating language learning and teaching. G, inspire students and colleagues to lead relevant and transformative changes to improve learning and teaching language and literature. And H, display skills and abilities to be a reflective, research-oriented language and literature teacher. So these are some of the subjects that you will take if you are going to be in the BS Ed under the program of English. So we have the Introduction to Linguistics, Language, Culture, and Society, Structures of English, Literary Criticism, Speech and Theater Arts, and Campus Journalism. So like, for example, in Speech and Theater Arts, you will be exposed here in writing your declamation piece, writing your oration piece, and of course, sharing your talents. You will have the chance to share your talents to the community, entertain people in the community. And for the campus journalism, the principles and strategies in writing will help you to improve your skills in writing in the media. And you have seen some of the faculty members in our introduction, and two of them are teaching English, and they are exemplary teachers. They are well known in local, national, and international. And rest assured that if you are going to be in BS Ed and that you're going to take up English as your major subject, then you will be in good hands. For these, the members of the faculty in the Bachelor of Secondary Education in English, of course, all the faculty members in the College of Liberal Arts, Sciences, and Education are professionals and proficient teachers. Earlier also, you have listened to some tips that will help you decide what course you are going to take. I also have here with me, so these are the factors to consider in making your occupational choices. First, of course, you have to start with your interests. What are your likes and dislikes? Do you like to Do you like to be with people? Do you like to inspire people? Do you like to motivate people? Do you like to speak in front of the people? Do you like to write a speech? Do you like to um, to to perform? So taking English as your major subject, this one is for you. So if you like all this stuff, you also have to consider your talents and skills. Who among you love or likes to compete in declamation, in oration, in debate, in even in dancing? So you have to evaluate what talents you really should I say you shine, because with your talents and skills you can use this in the field of teaching, most especially if you are into speaking. So you can ripple this talent and skills to your students. Another thing that you also have to consider in making decision is that will you be comfortable in the campus? So in San Agustin, we have air-conditioned room, and we have very nice campus. The amenities are very good, and you will have so many places there wherein you can spend your time studying. You can spend your time doing your research and do your brainstorming if you have your group activities. And this is the most important thing, the job opportunities. The market is very good when you take English as your specialization in education. You can be an elementary teacher. Of course, you will teach English. You can be a secondary teacher, because BS Ed, of course, is in the secondary teacher. You can teach in college. You can train public speaking, and you will have extra money for that. You can build your own training center. So there are so many opportunities that's waiting for you for the BS Ed major in English. So this one, I'd like to end this with the philosophy of Confucius. Choose a job you love, and you will never have to work a day in your life. Thank you. Ma'am Haya, stop sharing.
Thank you very much, Ma'am Kiros, for that very good presentation about the BS Ed program with specialization in English of the College of Liberal Arts, Sciences, and Education. At this juncture, we're up for another talk. And this time, it's about the Bachelor of Secondary Education major in Filipino that is offered at Klase. To discuss about this program, we have one of the faculty members of education. We have Mr. Juan Banyas. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Ma'am Haya. All right. Makikita ba?
Opo, sir.
All right. Magandang umaga sa lahat. ang atas sa akin ay i-presenta at imungkahi sa inyo na kung kukuha kayo ng education ay maaring isa rin sa inyong mapipilian ay ang Filipino. Ang Filipino kasi napakalawak ng kanyang tinatawag nating area na hindi lamang ito pumupokus sa wika, kundi ito ay pumupokus din sa nasyonalidad at panitikan ng Pilipinas. So sa akin, ilalahad ko sa inyo ano yung makukuha ninyong benepisyo at ano yung oportunidad na maaari nating makuha kapag Filipino major o makipagdalubhasa tayo sa Filipino. So may isa kayong pipilian pag kumuha kayo ng Bachelor Education in a secondary level ay ang Filipino kung ayaw ninyo ng English, kung sakala ninyo medyo makahinaan kayo doon, kung ayaw ninyo sa mathematics dahil ayaw ninyo ng numero, pero gusto ninyo makipaghalubilo sa tao, ito yung tangma at ang akma ay ang Filipino. So ang Filipino ay tumatakoy ito wika, panitikan at kultura ng pagkatao natin mga Pilipino. May haba ito ang programa ng 4 na taon. 4 na taon na pag-aaral na hinahati sa 8 tinatawag nating 8 semesters, no? Meron itong 36 units sa GE courses na makukuha natin buo kung education. 42 units para sa sa tinatawag nating professional subjects or ed courses. At dito tayo nakapokus, kung nakikita ninyo, 60 units ang itinuturo sa major courses. So ibig sabihin, malaki ang tinuturo, ang binibigay na tuon sa ating pag-aaral ng Filipino. Sa kabuuan, meron itong 158 units, no, na meron pang dinagdag para mas maganda ang pagkatuto natin sa Filipino. Ito ay yung elective courses, kaya ng translation, at isa itong oportunidad dahil kung ayaw mo magturo pero may nalaman ka sa translation, ay magiging hanap buhay nyo rin ito. Pwede nyo yung i-translate at magawa ng mga talumpati ang gusto magsalita sa Filipino na walang kakayahan o kinakapos pero kayo may abilidad sa Filipino, pwede nyo magiging hanap buhay ang translation o ang pagsasalin. Gaya ng sinasabi ko, ang program description natin ay kabuuan pero nilagay natin dyan ang Filipino dahil sa pagdalubhasa ka sa Filipino, hindi lang pagtuturo ang itinuturo sa inyo, kundi oportunidad din para kung hindi kayo gustong magiging guro, meron kayong ibang paraan na magamit ninyo ang kurso ninyo. Gaya na sinasabi ko nga, pagsusulat, paggawa ng tinatawag nating translation na siyang nagiging hanap buhay na rin doon sa tinatawag nating Kalakhang Manila. Ano ba yung inaasahan natin kung ikaw ay kukuha ng education at nakipagdalubhasa ka sa Filipino? Una, ito ay tinuturo sa inyo na ang Filipino ay hindi lamang wika, kundi ito ay panitikan din. Kasama na diyan ang kultura. So ipinapahagi sa inyo na kapag nagtuturo kayo, itinuturo mo ikaw ang pagka-Filipino mo. Pangalawa, ito yung kung ikaw ay nagtuturo ng Filipino, nabalalaman mo ang diversidad ng mga wika, kultura at lipunan sa ating pamamayanan. No? Bilang isang Filipino, ubaling isang Pilipinas na archipelago, marami tayong kultura, marami tayong mga wika, marami tayong lipunan. Kung nagdugara ka ng Filipino, tiyak, maangkop mo dyan. Isa sa mga benepisyo nun. At isa pa, nagagamit ito sa ibang kasanayang kaalaman sa proseso pagtuturo. Pwede rin siyang masabi ko na translation, gawa ng mga pagtuturo ng mga sulat na pwede na yung magiging visual aid, no? Ang daming pwede nating magagawa dyan sa Filipino. Journalism, isa rin doon, pwede natin siya magiging hanap buhay dahil pwede kang magsulat or scriptwriter. Letter D, ang Filipino ay hindi lamang siya nakakahon tinuturuan din tayo ng tinatawag nating diversidad ng linguistics. Maraming wika sa Pilipinas. So kung may alam ka sa Filipino, alam mo ng lahat ng ng wika sa Pilipinas ay maaring makonekta mo sa Filipino kung malalim ang pag-aaral natin dyan. Panlima, kung ikaw ay nagtuturo at gusto mong magtuturo ka, tinuturuan ka dito o ang outcome dito ay gumawa ka ng sarili mong inobatibo teaching materials. Kahit kung wala man ng internet, alam mo kung paano ka magturo ng Filipino. Kahit yung sa palibot lamang o sa paligid, pwede mong ituro dahil bahagi na ng kultura at kalinangan. And then number 6, sa ibang mga asignatura or sabihin nating specialization, tinuturuan sila ng wika, ng researcher o ng research. Sa Filipino, sinasanay din kayong gumawa ng isang pananaliksik na ikakaunlad ng Filipino bilang isang wikang panturo o tinatawag nating teaching instruction. Okay? Ano pa? Sabi ko nakakanina doon, ipinapakita ang units sa 8 semesters. At nahahati yan lahat sa mga subject. Ang general education courses at professional education ay sabay-sabay na pinag-aralan yan. Pero dito sa major courses, isa sa pinag-aralan natin dito ay ang tinatawag nating istruktura ng wikang Filipino. So ibig sabihin, pag nagsalita ka ng Filipino, hindi siya Filipino lang, kundi pinag-aralan mo din doon ang istruktura nito. Paano siya binuo, paano hinanay, paano nabuo ang mga lexicon, at paano nabuo ang semantika at ang kahulugan nito. Isa rin ay tinatawag nating introduction sa pagsasalin na kung saan kung ayaw mo na magturo, pwede kang magsalin ng mga teksto sa English o sa iba pang mga wika na may alam ka para magiging isa sa mga oportunidad ng magiging hanap buhay mo. Ito pa ang tinatawag nating kulturang popular. So ang dami ngayon na tinitingnan natin. Mahilig tayo sa K-pop, mahilig tayo sa mga tinatawag nating mga Latin novelas, mga tinatawag na mga BTS. Alam nyo, pinapasok natin yan sa Filipino. So ibig sabihin, tinuturo natin yan para maintindihan natin sila kasi kultura yan. So isa rin yan sa mga sinasabi nating maganda kung Filipino. Kung ikaw ay tinitingnan mo ang malaking perspektiba ng wikang Filipino. And then ang elective courses. So sa elective courses ay tinuturuan tayo dan, sinusuportahan hindi lamang ang introduction ng pagsasalin kundi actual na pagsasalin para may alam mo at kung paano ka gumawa ng isang pagsasalin. No? Alright. And then sino-sino ba yung mga guro natin? Hindi lang guro. Mga guro na may kalinangan, kabatiran, at may alam sa tinuturo. Isa na dito, pagmayabang natin, ay si Dr. Erwin Sustento. No? Si Dr. Erwin Sustento, isa sang associate professor ngayon. So 2 ang kanyang degree. No? Na masasabi kong ipagmamalaki natin kung sa Filipino, sa tribo Filipino kayo pupuha. Dahil hindi lamang siya nakatapos ng kanyang educational management sa Universidad ng San Agustin, natapos niya rin ang kanyang PhD in Filipino sa University of Bohol. O, kita nyo na. So pwede natin siya ipagmamalaki. Pwede natin siya ibenta na, Filipino namin, ganyan. Ulirang guro, kaya masabi natin doon, hindi yan, national level yon. So hindi lang basta-basta. Alam nyo rin, isa sa mga bintahe sa Filipino, nagtuturo ng Filipino sa education majors, ay hindi lamang sila nagtuturo, kundi writer din. Nagtuturo din kami, gumagawa din kami ng talumpati o tinatawag nating oration, extemporaneous, declamation, binalaybay. Ito rin ang tinuturo, no? Isa rin ito sa mga tinatawag naming mga outcomes o tinatawag naming mga sources outside sa tinatawag na sweldo. Kung merong tinatawag na halimbawa sa PRISA, sa national level o kaya sa interschool, so pwede mo siya mapagkikitaan, di ba? kung mahilig kang sumulat. Isa rin doon ay ako, no? Tinatawag natin doon na sa kasalukuyan, nagtuturon din tayo sa Filipino, nandyan si Miss Rona May Caminya, nakapagtapos din ng kanyang MAED, writer din. Nandan din si Mrs. Daisy Filio Cordero, isa rin ding writer, isa ding trainer, at si Dr. Romeo Espidion. O kita mo, may export, may ano kami ha, may export pa kami nang galing ko ito sa West Visayas. Nakapagtapos din siya ng kanyang Filipino PhD sa University of Bohol. So gaya, walang Filipinong guro na hindi marunong magsalita, magsulat. Lahat ay pwede ninyong ipagmamalaki sa Filipino. Kung gusto ninyong magpasok pero hinikayat ko kayong kumuha ng Filipino sa atin. Ito isa sa mga kagandahan din. No? At hindi kayo pinababayaan ng universidad dahil pag natapos mo na ang 8 semesters mo at nag-OGT ka, lahat ng mga public school, high school, private or pampubliko na may MOA ang San Agustin, pwede kayong maging teacher-student doon. Pwede kayong mag-observe, pwede kayong magturo doon para mas malinaw ninyo at ma-apply, magamit ninyo ang inyong tinatawag na theory na itinuro sa eskwelahan kung paano ginamit. Sa lahat ng mga distrito sa Iloilo City, no, mayroon tayo dyan. So lahat kasi may Filipino sa high school. Isa pang pwede kong ipagmamalaki sa inyo, ang job opportunities. Walang graduate sa programa ng edukasyon Filipino na nagtatagal. Hindi pa nakapagtapos, hinihintay na ng ibang school. Dahil kapos ngayon ang guro sa Filipino. Lalong-lalo na may senior high school tayo. So ibig sabihin, hindi ka na naghihintay, hinihintay ka na ng trabaho mo pag Filipino major ang kukunin mo. Di ba? Meron din kaming tinatawag na pagmamalaki. Andyan si Dr. Celestino Dalompines, Education Program, Supervisor sa Filipino Region 6 sa kasalukuyan. May dati rin kami, si Miss Sonia Herezo, dating retired regional supervisor din sa Filipino. Nandyan din si Viviana Spina at saka si Dr. Borja na kapwa lahat produkto ng education major in Filipino sa San Agustin. So ibig sabihin, hindi lang Filipino ang kinukuha nyo. Filipino na pwede nyo maipagmamalaki. At Filipinong Agustino yan. Dito sa San Agustin, ang pangarap nyo ay aming lubos na hangarin. Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat. Ma'am Haya.
Thank you very much, Sir Banyas. And at this juncture, we are to listen to another presentation. And this time, that is with Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in Social Studies. And to give a talk on this particular subject, we have the academic supervisor of the SOCSI department. Ladies and gentlemen, let us all give our hand to Dr. Edwin Samis. Over to you, Sir Samis.
Thank you, Ma'am Haya. Okay, good day to all. I am tasked to present to you the Bachelor of Secondary Education major in Social Studies. First of all, I would like to introduce to you the program description of the Social Studies based on the definition provided by the National Council for Social Studies 1993. Social studies is the integrated study of social sciences and the humanities to promote civic competence. So please take note that what we are trying to develop among those who intend to major in social studies is to promote civic competence, meaning to say you will become a responsible and good citizen of your own country, of the Republic of the Philippines. So within the school program, you are provided with an opportunity to learn more on the other areas within the social studies, to include anthropology, archaeology, economics, geography, history, law, philosophy, political science, psychology, religion, and sociology. But in addition to that, you will also be involved or be engaged in the areas of humanities, mathematics, and social science and natural sciences, because the teaching of social studies again is more of an integrated study of social sciences and the other areas. Um, when you intend to enroll in Bachelor of Secondary Education major in social studies, you will be able to finish that within 4 years, because that is prescribed in the CMO of the Bachelor of Secondary Education major in social studies, just like any other majors in the secondary education. Then the program outcomes for the program includes, among others, utilize appropriate various sociocultural and historical materials in explaining current issues. So you are not only concerned about the past, but you are trying to appreciate the past by understanding what is going on in the present situation, the current time. Okay, so what is now is actually the result of our historical experiences. You will also be, well, there is also an opportunity to you to become a good community organizer. So organize communities towards self-reliance and self-sufficiency, demonstrate leadership skills that will help you to become a good teacher and train students to become a competent teachers as well, okay, in order to empower the community. Integrate local and global perspectives in teaching the principles of the common good, employ principles of sustainable development in the teaching and learning, show scholarship in research and further learning, display the qualities of the innovative teacher who has the mastery of the subject matter. Okay, so these are the program outcomes of the Bachelor of Secondary Education major in social studies. So I have here the list of the subjects that you will be enrolling if you intend to major in social studies. So for first year, you will start with the foundation of social studies. Then you will be also introduced to the trends and issues in social studies, human geography, physical geography, microeconomics. The world history one is actually ancient world history to the medieval period. Then you will also be engaged in understanding lesson related to urban geography, places and landscapes in a changing world. The world history will start from the medieval to the contemporary world history. Then you will also be introduced to macroeconomics. Okay, so you will be learning here your JNP, employment, why do we have this percentage of inflation. Okay, so macroeconomics will teach you to better understand the economy of the Philippines and the neighboring countries, and even to compare that with the other countries of the world. Asian studies, sociocultural anthropology, comparative economic planning, comparative government and politics, law-related studies. Then You will also be introduced into research to come up with research related to social studies, teaching approaches in secondary social studies, integrative methods in teaching social sciences discipline in basic education. So you will not only be prepared to teach in the secondary education, but you have also the opportunity to teach even in the lower, in the elementary grade. Okay, or it can also prepare you to become a teacher in the higher education institutions. Production of social studies, instructional materials, assessment and evaluation in the social sciences, technology for teaching and learning. And this is common to all education students, observations of teaching, learning in actual school environment, participation and teaching assistantship. And the last is, of course, practice teaching or teaching internship. I'm very proud to introduce to you the um, faculty members teaching social studies in the uh, Bachelor of Secondary Education. So to start with, we have here Ma'am Sharon Monsali. Ma'am Sharon Monsali actually is a graduate of Bachelor uh, Bachelor of Arts in Political Science at the UP Visayas and had been teaching in the public school for 15 years before she transferred to the University of San Agustin. Ma'am Sharon Monsali is a graduate of Master of Arts in Social Science at West Visayas State University. Secondly, we have here Ma'am Chichi Asuncion. She graduated cum laude, AB Political Science at the University of San Agustin and a holder of the Master of Arts in Education in Social Studies from West Visayas State University. Then we are also proud to introduce Ma'am Evelyn Is Dominguez. Ma'am Dominguez was Anemia Is Lopez awardee, which is an award given to the most outstanding student teacher, okay, at West Visayas State University. Ma'am Dominguez also had an experience assigned as academics coordinator, equivalent to the assistant principal at the International Philippine School in Jeddah from July 2011 to April 2017. And of course, the only turn among the rows is Dr. Jerry Lego. Sir Lego is a graduate of the Doctor of Philosophy in Educational Learning Management and Social Science. And currently, Dr. Lego is the Chief Education Supervisor for School Governance and Operations Division and the Social Science in the Iloilo District Schools of Iloilo, rather. Okay, so we are very much happy to have these professors handling social studies major courses in the Bachelor of Secondary Education. So you are in good hands if you opted to enroll in social studies at the University of San Agustin. So what awaits you if you graduate in Bachelor of Secondary Education major in social studies? Obviously, the primary direction of the graduates of Bachelor of Secondary Education major in social studies is to become a teacher, to become a supervisor, or maybe a regional director. But in addition to those direct target of the graduates of the Bachelor of Secondary Education major in social studies, there are also other opportunities open to all of you. You can be a curriculum specialist. You can also be engaged in historic preservation. So that is very important because, you know, fake news this time and historical revisionism is becoming more popular. So as a social studies major, you have to be a defender of truth. Okay? Do not allow some other people to distort the information which is very historical and factual. Okay, So you will be guided how to do that. If you intend to major in social studies, you can also be a museum curator, a program coordinator, a debate coach, a community organizer, or you can also be invited as trainer in leadership training or community building. And of course, you can also be engaged in education policy related to the civic organization and civic consciousness. And of course, you will have the chance to become a researcher. That's all. Thank you and a pleasant good day to one and all.
Thank you very much, Dr. Edwin Samis, for that presentation about the Bachelor of Secondary Education major in Social Studies. At this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to listen to the presentation about the Bachelor of Secondary Education major in Mathematics. And to do the honors as the academic supervisor for mathematics and statistics, we have Dr. Rodora Cartagena. Over to you, Ma'am Cartagena.
Thank you, Ma'am Haya. I will be sharing my screen right now. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Can it be seen right now?
Yes, ma'am. Can be seen.
Okay, thank you. Good day, everyone. I will be presenting to you the Bachelor of Secondary Education major in Math. So the program description, the BS, Bachelor of Science in Secondary Education major in Mathematics program aims to develop highly motivated and competent teacher specializing in mathematics and pedagogy for secondary education. So after graduation, the students or the graduates are expected to exhibit competence in mathematical concepts and procedures. Exhibit proficiency in mathematics. Sorry for the background. Proficiency in relating mathematics and other curricular areas. C, manifest meaningful and comprehensive pedagogical content knowledge of mathematics. D, demonstrate competence in designing, constructing, and utilizing different forms of assessment in mathematics. E, demonstrate proficiency in, demonstrate proficiency in problem solving by solving and creating routine and non-routine problems with different levels of competency. F, use effectively mathematics as an opportunity in opportunity for creative work and moments of discovery in gaining insights of the world. She appreciate mathematics as an opportunity. Okay, that's it. And then we have this course requires under normal condition, of course, 4 years, but of course, if we cannot control some other reasons why some of the students cannot graduate in 4 years, but under normal condition, it requires 4 years. So the subject, So the subject requires 36 units of general education courses, 42 units of professional education courses, 63 units of major courses, 8 units of physical education subjects, 6 units of NSTP, for a total of 155 units all in all. What are the major subjects? So the major subjects that you will be taking under this course are the following. So we have the history of math, college advanced algebra, trigonometry, plane and solid geometry, logic and set theory, elementary statistics and probability, and of course the calculus series. So these are the subject also that the teachers will be teaching in the field. We also have the modern geometry, the mathematics of investment, number theory, the linear algebra, advanced statistics, problem solving, and mathematical investigation and modeling. So this is in preparation for the students in pursuing, for example, specialization in pure mathematics, or pursue specialized courses in mathematics, or in taking MA degree later. So principles and strategies in teaching mathematics. So this is for teaching career in the future. Abstract algebra, research in mathematics, and assessment and evaluation. So who will be handling the course, or who will be your teachers? I am proud to present to you the qualified teachers in this course. So the faculty, we have 7 faculty members who are usually handling the subjects in BS Ed major in math. So first, we have Dr. Maria Cecilia Amparado. She is a graduate of PhD in Science Education, major in Mathematics as a DOST scholar. Second, we have Sir Fedi Ardales. He is a holder of MA in Mathematics, and presently he is enrolled in PhD Science Education in Mathematics, and he is now in his dissertation writing. Third, we have Dr. Joselito Bolivar. Dr. Joselito Bolivar is a holder of PhD in Science Education, major in Mathematics also. Then I am also taking some subjects in SEd Math. So I am also a holder of PhD Science Education major in Math. Then we also have Raisal Moradilla. Raisal Moradilla is a holder of MEd in secondary mathematics. And presently, she is also enrolled in PhD Science Education, major in mathematics as a DOST scholar, and she's now in her dissertation writing. So one of our part-time teacher is Mr. John Arnold Bereto. He is a holder of MEd secondary mathematics, and he is also enrolled in PhD in Science Education. He has earned some units in PhD in Science Education, major in math, and he was employed abroad. But this time, he is in his vacation, and while in vacation, he is handling some units in BS secondary education major in math. So Sister Bereto is our part-time teacher. Then we have our teacher, Juana Susie Amor, who is a holder of MA in mathematics. She is now on study leave because she is enrolled in PhD and education major in math at UP Open University as a DOST scholar. So when the students are enrolled in this course, BS Ed and Math, we train them um, to be equipped for their field of specialization. We involve them in our community activities, which are Ambit Alam and Pasalamat. Ambit Alam is community outreach in cooperation with MTAP IC. And we also train them to join curricular activities, so such as related to their course, of course. So such as analysis contest, quiz contest, statistical quiz contest, and we let them prepare activities for the Pasalamat. Pasalamat is the community outreach of our department, which aim to prepare them in their future career as tutor, as teacher. So this is Pasalamat is for tutorial activities of the department, and the students are actively involved in this activity, and also in the Ambit Alam, which is which aims to enhance the capacity of basic education teachers. So we are involved in this activity, and we let our students to participate in this activity. So if the students in this course, we treat the students in this course as our babies. So as our babies, so we prepare them for the future. So engaging in these activities will surely prepare them for their future career, which is, of course, being teachers. So other than teaching, most of our graduates become tutors while waiting for opening in some schools and universities. So we assure that if you are a graduate of Bachelor of Science in Secondary Education, major in math at our university, we assure them that you are very much prepared for your future career. So we are inviting you, for those who are graduating, who are incoming freshmen, to join us and become one of our babies. So come and join us and be one of our babies. So with this, thank you very much, Ma'am Haya.
Thank you very much, Dr. Cartagena, for that wonderful presentation about the BS Ed in Mathematics program of the University of San Agustin. And we're down to our final talk about the education programs. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome Mrs. Ronella Rain Magpantay to talk about the Bachelor of Special Needs Education of the University of San Agustin. Over to you, Ma'am Ronella.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Haya. Am I audible?
Yes, you are, ma'am.
Okay, great. Good morning, everyone. And thank you for staying this long to listen to all the speakers who are tasked to promote and to present all the programs under the College of Education. So I am tasked to give you all a meaningful perspective on the BSNED program of the university. So at this point, let me prepare to present my slide. Okay, is my screen okay now? I think it's good. Okay, so let me move on to my presentation. So we are down to the Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Special Needs program or education of the University of San Agustin. We also call it the BSNED program. So we know that we all have our own individual timelines in life, in choosing our career or in pursuing our master's or our doctorate degree. But it is my prayer that we can somehow enlighten your minds and your hearts in choosing the career wisely. So you don't have to spend a lot of your time or waste your time in choosing the correct pathway. So let's start off with the Bachelor of Special Needs Education. What is this program? So it's an undergraduate degree program which specializes in special needs education. And of course, it aims to developing teachers who have the competence to work with children and youth with additional needs. This is the thrust or the core of the field of special needs education. So what are the offerings under this program? We have Bachelor of Special Needs Education, Generalist. We also have Bachelor of Special Needs Education with specialization in early childhood education and elementary school teaching. So along with the other courses offered under the education program, this is also a 4-year program, of course, expected with 8 semesters, ranging from a total of 155 units to 173 units. Right. So it's not a very long time. Most of our graduates can finish this course in 4 years' time without delay. So for the program outcomes, we hope that our graduates under the special needs program will have the ability to demonstrate knowledge, skills, and dispositions in these domains. So we have, of course, the basic foundation. We also focus on learner development and individual learning differences. We have learning environments, curricular content knowledge, instructional planning and strategies, assessment, and of course, professional learning and practice. So all of this are actually embedded in the education program. We always wanted you to have a good foundation when it comes to teaching. But of course, we wanted also the special needs teachers to focus more on what is there about special needs education and what are the demands of the times in the special needs aspect. Right.
Hi, ma'am. Ma'am Rain.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, we cannot see the slides moving. Maybe you can do you can do the screen sharing again.
Okay, let me
Okay, now it's
check the
moving, ma'am.
slide. Okay.
Okay, that's right.
Okay, let me check the slides again.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, how about this one?
Yes, ma'am. That's a program outcomes.
Yeah, program outcomes. So for the subjects that you will have to take if you are in the Bachelor of Special Needs Education, we have general education courses, and we have professional education courses. We also have special needs education major courses. And for the specialization courses, like teaching learners with visual impairment, I think this is something that we have to offer in the future as well. And we also have mandated courses by the CHED, which is PE and NST. There are a lot of opportunities for you to develop your skills in the field of special needs education. And of course, this will not be possible without the teachers helping you guys to facilitate the learning process. So we also boast of our own multi-awarded and nationally recognized teachers in the BSNED program. So I am very proud to present to you our teachers. We start off with our very own specialist in the inclusive and special education program. So we have Mr. Frank Ambrough, who has the Master of Education major in special education degree, and he is an assistant professor in the university. He is also graduate of nursing, right, in St. Paul University. So we know that he is really an expert in the field of special needs education. He is also a well-sought speaker or workshop speaker or resource and guest speaker for several webinars and also face-to-face seminars around the country, especially within the province or the region of Iloilo and nearby provinces. And of course, we have Dr. Maria Cecilia D. Aliman. Dr. Aliman is a full professor of the university. And aside from having PhD in English studies in 2004, she didn't stop from learning and from earning another degree. So she actually finished her master's in education, major in special education in 2015 from the West Visayas State University. And she is one of our precious teachers in the special needs education. She was awarded the most influential teacher in 2021. And she is also focusing a lot in the field of research. She is a grammarian as well. So she is also one of the gems of the education department in the university. So we are also very proud of her. Yours truly for the next faculty in our program. So I'm currently instructor 3, and I finished my Master of Arts in Special Education from the Central Escolar University. And at the same time, I also have a part-time load in languages and humanities and literature department of the University of San Agustin. So we've been handling full-time all these subjects and courses in the special needs education program. And of course, least to forget, we also offer part-time, our part-timers who also would like to share their expertise about the special needs education to our students. So she's none other than Dr. Dorothy Tarol. So she's a part-time professor, but she is also award winning with the Metrobank Foundation. In 2019, she was awarded as one of the 10 outstanding Filipinos. And we are also very much honored that she was able to join our roster of faculty, the special needs program. So let's move on. Thank you for the teachers who continue to inspire the students to be better citizens and better teachers of this country. So what do we offer to our students if you join our BSNet program. So we actually have scholarships. This is highlighted because special needs education is one of the priority areas in CHED scholarships, which means that when you enroll in the university and you choose the BSNet program, there is a high percentage that your application for scholarship will be granted. Okay, so we have a lot of scholarship programs offered under the CHED as well. So this is your chance, especially for those who are thinking about how to support their studies, because we know San Agustin is a private institution. So maybe some of you are worried about how to pay for your tuition fee. So there's no need to worry about that. So probably you can be offered the scholarships. Okay, so the next one is, of course, this is very interesting because for the OJT venues, it's not just focused in the local province or city of Iloilo. So we actually have, of course, we have the local regular and sped schools for the venue of your on-the-job trainings, public and private. So we also have, this was highlighted by Mr. Frank Ebultura yesterday when he called me up. So the undergraduate students of the BSNet program have the chance to gain exposure, not just locally, but also internationally. We have this virtual outbound exchange program or student exchange program with Ratchasuda College or Mahidol University in Thailand. So it started last year, although this is only virtual, but it is already a good opportunity. Hopefully, when the pandemic is over, we can have the chance to do it face-to-face. You know, the students can actually go to Thailand and study or present their papers so that we can have this learning process. We can try to expose our students as well. And of course, for the job opportunities, graduates may be employed in special education schools and centers as SPED teachers, therapists, and clinicians. They can also work in regular schools as teachers, learning staff, intervention specialists, job and behavior coaches. So there are so many opportunities, a range of choices for you. So you can never go wrong with a special needs education. And of course, for the community engagement, we also have a lot. In the past, with the old program, the special education BSPED of the university, like 3 years ago, we give them a chance to also explore and engage with the community, especially with our adopted community in Leganes and also in Gimbal. So it's really a very good time for them to get in touch with the students. For the alumni placement, the BSNet program is practically new, but there were several graduates of the old BSPED programs who are now successful, full-fledged teachers. Right? So this is a very good foundation for them to have this Augustinian education. Okay. Right, so let me go back to the question. So why special needs education? What is there to expect when we say special needs? With the UNESCO Institute for Statistics, it estimates that we will need 69 million new teachers by the year 2030. And since special education teaching remains to be of greater demand, not just locally, but internationally, or this is actually a global scope. In the US, for example, 7.1 million individuals are entitled to free public education. So that means the need and demand increase every year. So there's a really bright future for special education teachers or graduates. And of course, beyond this, teaching brings a whole new type of high. It is the noblest of all professions. So I encourage you to take on this pathway to bring forth a new breed of teachers who are brave enough to take on the challenges of this tech-savvy world. I hope that you can discover your passion with the right perspective and choose to be an Augustinian teacher. I hope that you can also define your purpose and enjoy world-class Christian education. So to one and all, so everybody listening, you are welcome to the University of San Agustin. And let me leave this quote from our founder, Father Agustin: teach that students may become their own teacher. Thank you so much, everyone, and God bless us.